Hey fans, me Aaron with a comic show. Wearing my Guy Gardner shirt. I love it. Got some great books, some DC Marvel, a lot of good creator-owned books, and a few like franchise-type stuff that I really dig. Starting with Marvel though, Guardians of the Galaxy, number 18. It's Original Sin tie-in, and this is like, if you go back to the very first issue of Guardians of the Galaxy, my video where I reviewed like, maybe issue 0 even, I was like, yeah, I know you guys are saying like, okay, Star-Lord's dead, Nova is dead, how is Star-Lord back and Nova not back? How is Star-Lord and Thanos back and Nova not back? And I was like, Bendis has a story here. Bendis is going to tell this story. And then Bendis kind of retweeted my thing saying that. It's like, of course he's going to tell this story. And of course, Bendis knew about Original Sin coming. We didn't know, but he knew. And he knew Original Sin would be the best freaking place to tell that story because it's the sin of Star-Lord, correct? Yes. And, you know, I don't have to sell you guys on this book. You love the movie. You love the book. Probably. I don't know. But this is Rich Rider, Nova. This is Cancerverse. This is the story that you want. It's a two-part story, just warning you there. It's, you know, it's to be continued into this, but a lot of meat is on this bone. And you get a whole lot of what you've wanted, what I've wanted, what all Guardians of the Galaxy fans from the Dan Abnett era wanted since the very beginning, since it was first announced. So this is what you want. Get it. Silver Surfer. You got Nightmare in here, so you got a cool thing to let like Allred draw whatever Allred wants. So Mike Allred drew, you know, the Defenders because Silver Surfer was on a team with Doctor Strange and Hulk and whatnot. So you got a lot of the fun and the humor that is the Dan Slott stuff, and just lets Mike Allred shine. There's certain concepts that let artists just shine, and if you're digging Silver Surfer, this issue is a treat. Deadpool versus Carnage. If you were one of the people that read the single issues, you know how ridiculous this is and how stupid it was that they never actually conversed before this. That they have, you know, similar fan bases, similar attitudes, and they would just totally hate each other, you know, in real life in comics. And that's what you get. And it brought back a lot of the different symbiotes, and it had, it just got worse and worse and worse with the ridiculousness, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Just lots of dark humor. Cullen Bunn was perfect for it, and I loved it. Moving on to DC. Geoff Johns, John Romita Jr. on Superman. I am digging this book. Geoff Johns could write anything and I'd like it, I'm sure, but Superman, this is their flagship book. It's great now, and I like that there's this last son of Earth, and we get to see Superman characterized through that foil. He's the last son of Krypton. He has no family here. The last son of Earth does. Superman doesn't kill. Does the last son of Earth kill? What's the difference? And he's the last son of Earth, but from the future, but there's a lot of humans here on Earth now, so it's weird. Some kind of like wish fulfillment type of thing. What would Superman be like if he was just on Krypton? And it was like, oh, he was just thrown into the future or something. But I'm enjoying that book, and I know it's going to have a lot of payoff because it's Geoff Johns. Harley Quinn, this might be the type of issue you were waiting for. It's almost all Derby girls. Like, you knew from the cover of issue 0 that she was, you know, gonna be derbying it up, and this issue has a lot of that, and some crazy violence and humor, dark humor, everything you want, and everything you've been enjoying from Harley Quinn, with a great last page that is really cool for long-term Amanda Conner fans. Next issue, of course, of these DC books are gonna be the Futures End one-shots. That's going to be Harley and Joker married 5 years in the future. But the issue after that is going to be following up on this cliffhanger ending that was excellent. And I wasn't going to talk about this, but this cover is just so funny. I love John Constantine. And the selfie cover here, this has to be one of the best ones. Dead Man possessed John Constantine to dress him up as a drag queen and take a picture of him. So, cool. One of the coolest things you can do with that concept. Neat. I mean, John Constantine is bisexual, so jokes on Dead Man, he's probably going to be like, you know, I could do better myself. But anyway, moving on. Constantine really is bisexual. You can Wikipedia it. Moving on, Bodies. It's issue 2, Vertigo book. It's 4 murders, 4 time periods, 4 different artists drawing those time periods, but it's the same MO, and it's the same body. It's the same victim. And if that excites you, that's the type of stuff that Vertigo's doing now with like Trillium and The Wake and Bodies. This is like kind of a renaissance type of thing for Vertigo, and I'm really enjoying that. And Fables, volume 20, Camelot is out. Fables is racing towards its end, and I have to mention when the collections come out, because some people get in that, and it's great to read it in collection. I'm not trying to kill issue, single issue sales, but I like sitting down to a nice meaty volume of Fables and reading the whole story arc. All right, this is what you guys know I really love, the Image stuff, the creator-owned stuff. Saga, my very favorite book, is out. I love it. This issue has one of those most ridiculous things of first page. And you know he does this. You know Brian K. Vaughan has these first pages from the first issue where she's like, am I shitting? It feels like I'm shitting, to similar things recently, to something insanely ridiculous this issue. So you get what you get. You get a crazy first page, a crazy last page, and a lot of cool stuff in the middle of philosophy, violence, comedy, romance. Everything you could ever want is in Saga. So go ahead and get it. Outcast by Kirkman. I mean, just look at this. Look at this cover. Look at this. This is not Kirkman. Kirkman is kind of like a 90s guy. You know his aesthetic is 90s, you know, and this looks so modern. This looks so much like all the other cool stuff that Image put out, like these cool different trade dress layouts. You have to give it to the Paul for this art design and all this craziness, and he just picks such a great artist for this, and it just works so well. I know it's being made into a TV show. I know Cinemax is making moves on it or whatever, but this comic is good. And, you know I make this thing like, oh, demons are the new zombies, you know, everyone likes little catchphrases and whatnot, but this book actually is deep, dense, good, crazy. Remember when she loved me, like what, before she got possessed by demons? I don't know. It's a book that I'm thoroughly enjoying. Of course, I knew it was gonna be good and popular because it's Kirkman and the art's great. Of course, I ordered it heavy with the first issue. I didn't really expect to like it as much as some of this other stuff, but Kirkman, you know, you got to hit, you got to win there, you know. I'm glad you're putting everything into it. This is your new baby, awesome. And Wayward by Jim Zub. This is, and you know, I just said, you know, blah blah blah, catchphrases, blah blah blah, but this has been said as the new Buffy. This is the new Buffy. I read it, and it's like Frey, you know, it's like future Buffy. It's a lot of action, a lot of craziness, young female protagonists, kind of fish out of water. She's half Japanese, she's in Japan, and there's nuttiness. And I think this is Jim Zub's big book that's going to go crazy. I really shouldn't even push it. We'll probably sell out instantly. Yeah, and I ordered it pretty heavy, so who knows? Check it out. Cool cover with a bunch of kitty cats. Low 2, this is Remender. If you've got one, you're going to want to. I love this painted look artwork, this like muted color palette, and just there's something about a dystopian future where one of the protagonists is just a hopeless optimist. That's kind of cool. You know, it's a new twist. But Low is basically like the Earth is unlivable and everyone's getting low, and crazy stuff happens. Lots of people get killed. It's very dystopian, but it seems to have a heart of gold to it, and it seems to be Rick Remender doing female protagonists, which he doesn't often do, and he often gets derided for not doing, which I think is totally undeserved because I love his work, but try Low. Moving on to Pop. I saw this, I like the title Pop. I like the, you know, give me some neon and some wacky design elements, and it's gonna catch my attention, all right? Then I started reading the description for it, I'm like, this sounds cool. And it's a lot like, you know, the 90s Vertigo, it's a lot like Grant Morrison-esque stuff, but I read it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a future, maybe a speculative future, 1 foot in the future, whatever. Our pop stars are manufactured now. You guys know this. We all know that our pop stars are manufactured. What if they really were manufactured? What if they were created? And what if all the debauchery is part of this whole packaging because you got to satisfy the masses, you got to give the people what they want so the corporations make more money. And then what happens in that type of world? Of course things can go wrong there, and that's what this Pop is, so give it a shot. It's up-and-coming creators that are getting some buzz, and Kurt Pires and Jason Copland, I don't know, man. I tried it and I really liked it. So, and I love that little buzz when I try something that, yes, I know it's Dark Horse. It's not like I found some indie thing in like Indie Isle of San Diego Comic-Con, but it delivered. I was thoroughly satisfied. If you want something different this week, try Pop. And for something completely similar to things you already like, here are the franchise books, but they're all actually really good. Doctor Who, we have Titan is doing all the Doctors that you like now. They're doing the 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctor. The 12th one comes out soon. Crazy sellouts everywhere. If you like Doctor Who, this is the 10th Doctor. Come get it. Just don't wait. It's, I ordered a ton, but obviously didn't order enough of the first one, so whatever. Bob's Burgers. I did not know the groundswell of support the show has. I know I watch every episode, and I know that it is, I don't know if it's just a lot better written than Family Guy, or if it's just that it hasn't ran through all the ideas that they could possibly run through. But these guys, they're a lot of fun, and we're doing a Bob's Burgers themed day here in the Geek Easy on Wednesday. Well, we will have a burger that is the TV show reference burger. It comes with a lollipop. You might know the reference if you watch the show. If not, I'm not going to mention it because it would offend you, because you don't watch the show and you don't know what it's about. But we will be playing the show, we will be having burgers, and people here will have a lot of fun. And buy the comic. It's very well done. And my favorite book of all franchise books that might have ever been, almost, is Transformers vs. G.I. Joe, Cybertron Now, like Apocalypse Now. And this book is just mind-blowing. I love everything from the art to the attention to detail and all the file cards of the characters to how it's like both of the plots that we know of Transformers and G.I. Joe. What if these plots organically grew together? Not like they're two separate entities that are crossing over. What if all this happened in real time together? Like Snake Eyes getting his face melted off happened while they were fighting Decepticons. What if this is its own universe that you will truly love if you like these two franchises? It doesn't have to have like a reason to exist, like, well, what is the inciting incident that brings these two forces together? They exist in the same universe from both their inceptions. Go. Does that interest you? It should. And that's all I have to say about that. Thanks, guys. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to Africa, seriously. I'm going to Malawi. I think Madonna's going to be there. There's going to be, there's 1 million orphans there of the AIDS epidemic or pandemic or whatever. I'm sure I'll learn more about that. But there's literally 1 million orphans of AIDS with only 10 million people living in the country. And I'm going to go over there and do some grief counseling because you guys know my friend Triforce Mike died, and I got a lot of training in that, like behind the scenes, like when I'm not reading comics. So I won't see you guys for 2 weeks. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And if you're local, come party with me before I go to Africa. This might be your last chance. I might stay there. Who knows? Tuesday is trivia. Wednesday, we have 3 things: Bob's Burgers, then comedy night, and then arts and crafts, where I'm going to be drinking some chocolate peanut butter porter beer and talking about comics. Then Thursday is House of Stories, genre mashup. Friday is karaoke. And Saturday is Kawaii Till We Die. We're going to dance the night away, and it's going to be ultra cute. Thanks, guys. Bye.